Alright, I finally pulled the trigger and I got myself an AI Prime 16 HD light for my reef tank, suitable for reef aquariums. This is going to be a huge step up from my last light, which was the Core Life light. You could see all of the different light spectrums or colors that they have, all of the different LED bulbs that make up the amazing color growing spectrum. Now, I've been looking forward to getting one of these lights for a very long time. I've wanted one of these lights. I've kind of planned on it for, a very good time. And as you can see, it is Christmas time. I did get this as a gift. Thank you, Mom. Gotta say it. And this is what you're gonna get right out of the box. So as you open it up, the Prime will be nicely placed, hopefully nicely placed in this cardboard holder, which you can flip up, which leads you to the AI Prime app. That is how you're going to connect the light to your phone and control all of your fancy wavelengths. And I'll get into it later in the video, but you'll be able to download people's light spectrums and different things like that, so you won't be completely lost setting up and hoping that your light spectrum is right. But getting into the light, as you can see, it has this amazing fan on the top. It's a decent sized fan. It vents out of these sides of the light on all four sides, which is a decent ventilation system. I never catch the top or the sides getting too hot. The bulbs on the bottom do get a little heaty, but other than that, it's a great light and the fan works fantastic. Getting into the box, I did kind of open it already, but it's just a bunch of charging ports. It's 3 cords altogether, including the one on the light. It has this brick to control the sound from how much electricity it will use, so that way you don't get any burring noises. This little key, which, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure where it goes. And of course, the user manual. Now, the user manual is pretty straightforward. It tells you what all of the different lights would mean. So say your light was blinking red, you're having thermal issues. If it's green, you're obviously in the good, you're running, you're not worrying about anything like that. It gets into a little bit of the AI app, telling you how to download it, telling you how to reset the light, both soft and factory, in case you have troubles and you need to reset it. Spoiler alert, I do have the Nero 3 pump now, and I did have to factory reset it, so this is good stuff to know. Overall, the packaging of this light was very nice. I did kind of appreciate the light on the top separate from everything underneath the box, all the guts. On top of that, I did get the Flex arm. Now, this arm was quite expensive, and to tell you the truth, it's super sturdy. I hope that it works out. It is quite simple, but simplicity is key, which means it looks very clean on the back of the tank, and in the end, I do love the design. Even though it's a little pricey for the arm mount, for compared to the light price, it's not so bad. Looking over everything that I got in the video, this is it. You have the AI Prime and all of its cording on the left and the Flex arm on the right. This is everything that I'm going to be using to set it up. You can see that there is a lot of cording, and I mean, this is kind of expectable since this light is usually placed on much larger tanks, but for me in my situation, it was honestly just too much cording, but more is better and you can never have too much, I guess. It also came with this little kit here. I'll explain a little bit more of it in the video, but it's basically to lock the arm into place on the holder, and then it also comes with some cord holders, which is pretty nice. The key, I never really figured out what that was for, but I'm sure one day if I ever have to, I'll get it done. On the Flex arm mount, it does have these rubber pads on the inside, which makes them for some pretty nice kung fu grip on the glass. It does fit on my rim tank, which is awesome. That's what really matters to me. If it didn't fit on the rim tank, my feelings would be absolutely crushed. There also is a nice texture to the arm mount. It does slide right in here, and at first feels super flimsy, but later on I will show you how to tighten that. Looking at the light, there is a little screw port that you are going to have to screw onto the top of the mount arm. This was super simple. I didn't do it on camera, but I will show you how sturdy it is on camera. Now, I am applying quite a bit of force here, and it is not bending too much. And I really wanted it to be near the top, but once you get the light on and stuff, it is not too bad to move at all. Now, this is how I first had it set up, and then I eventually learned what the clips are for, and that changed my life completely. So this little screw that you see goes into the back of the mount, and you screw that in with the Allen key they gave you, and that will hold the mount in place. That way you're not going to have a wiggly mount. It's not going to be bouncing and falling out, because if you do it without this, it is quite loose. I also went ahead and attached the wire holders to the mount and mounted it on my tank. You see it fits nicely on the rim tank. And without further ado, let's go ahead and address the cording issue later and see how this light looks on my tank. Now I am using the Core Life light right now. I've used it for about a year, and it's really bright on the white spectrum. Getting that unplugged and removed from the tank, my first thoughts were, wow, those corals are much more vibrant and beautiful than I've ever thought they were. Now they did look good in the reef shop and all that stuff, but after so long of looking them in this tank, man, they look good. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the appearance of it. The spread, it does spread to the corners of the tank. I have some dark spots like behind the filter and certain spots behind the rockwork, but other than that, the spread is nothing to worry about too much. In a perfect world, I get 2, but maybe we'll work up to that. All the corals instantly started extending. I mean, they started flowing, they started loving the light, they started, going down the base a little bit more. Overall, I was pretty happy with the way it looked. At first, I wasn't thinking that it wasn't getting enough light, since my other light was so damn bright. When I switched over to this light, it wasn't as bright, making me think that I needed another light, or maybe this light wasn't powerful enough. Maybe the thousands of YouTube videos and reviews are lies. But of course, I came to my senses. I downloaded the David Saxby Spectrum, and this is what we're left with now. It's a little more blue than I like. I might move the white spectrum up just a little bit. That way I can, enjoy my living room again. The whole living room is in blue. But the corals and everything look absolutely amazing. I'm completely happy with it. Over the next couple weeks, you're going to see these corals be absolutely vibrant. They're going to start overflowing. I've already seen it myself, but this is old recording and I have to get this footage up. Overall, I think that this is a great light. I think I should have pulled the trigger on getting this light much sooner. I think it would have been happier. But now that I've done it, I can't complain now, as the tank looks great. I'm happy, and I don't have too much more to worry about. My dog seems to love it. Talking a little bit about the app, I have it opened up here. You can see my light schedule. I'm going to go through a few of the buttons. You can kind of press this play button. It'll go through your whole spectrum. You also have this star button. That's where you're going to find your presets. I'm using the Signature Saxby from David Saxby. You can find those anywhere online, preferably the AI website. Here is all of the different lights. You could set those up easily and even set up moon mode. If you enjoyed this and you want to see where this tank goes, you want to see all the other additions that I have in the future, I have over $500 more of tank stuff to add. Go ahead and subscribe. I will be uploading those in the next couple of weeks, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and all your tank issues subside.